All right, so the other big topic we're doing is starter anime. All right, so I was trying to figure out how to talk about this. So everyone talks about what's a starter anime, and if you have to get someone into anime. So the first question I have for you is, what was your starter anime?
Okay, hold on. Because I brought up this question because the reason why I brought it up because Kev on stage started watching Attack on Titan. And because I think he started watching it because he saw something called Blue Eyed Samurai on Netflix, and somebody said, "Oh, it's not really anime." So somebody said, "Recommend it be an anime that's just like that." People are like, "Forget all that. Watch Attack on Titan." And so I started laughing because he was getting a few episodes in. He was so confused. He was like, "Who's the villain? Who's the hero?" I was like, "Good questions, Kev."
Wait, so
good questions.
I think that's a great starter anime.
See, that's why I don't know if it is. Because I think you have to take into account the quirkiness of anime. Because Attack on Titan has some of the quirkiness, but not all of it.
I don't think it does.
So it's like when you watch Attack on Titan and then you jump to Demon Slayer, you're going to think Demon Slayer might be a little bit weird. Because they're more over the top with humor. They have those same cliche, stereotypical anime jokes and stuff like that.
I see what you're saying.
So it's like when you go from Attack on Titan to something that has all those cliche anime tropes, it may be kind of weird. So if you're trying to get into, so I think if safe like you just want to watch one anime series but you don't want to watch anything else, Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop, like maybe Samurai Champloo, which is probably the same thing, the same people, or like Hayao Miyazaki with or Studio Ghibli. But if you're trying to get into anime, because someone was trying to say Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, no, that should not.
You actually might just change my whole thought process.
That's why I said I think Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because it's well written. The characters are really good. The Elric brothers are. I think they wrote them really well. Ed and Winry, their relationship is really good.
Yeah,
they have the stakes right from the jump. They try to revive their mom. It doesn't work. They lose shit in their body in a armor tent. Obviously, it did not work, and now they're trying to get their bodies back.
Wait, so you're saying you're saying a good starter anime is an anime, not that is.
I think it depends on like what your expectations are from it. Are you just trying to watch one anime series and that's it? Like just gonna be an anime series to watch. I would say Attack on Titan. But if you're really trying to I'm gonna start watching anime. And I want to watch more anime.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I say Full Metal Alchemist, because they have the same jokes about Ed's height. They joke about that all the time. They make the goofy faces.
The nosebleed.
Yeah, and they have like scenes like really Brotherhood has better fighting scenes than the original. So like they have really good fighting scenes and emotions and stuff like that you would expect from anime. And the story's really good. And it's just 64 episodes.
So basically your definition is it's not that it's something that a person would watch and enjoy, but it's also to help them understand the nuances of Japanese humor or anime humor, and because originally I was gonna say, so like Gloria, for my wife, for those out there, wow, I did air quotes. No, my actual.
This is documented.
So, anyways, so when we were in college, we were dating. I got her into, I was trying to get her into anime, and I had her watch Death Note. But by her definition, that's probably not a good starter anime because it doesn't really give good expectations for other anime.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because sometimes those I'll say quirkiness or stereotypical things about anime, it's kind of like some people may not like that. It's kind of weird and it could be a little off-putting. Whereas like something like Attack on Titan is more. They have like Sasha liking to eat or Hanji being kind of goofy. It's there or. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, right?
Yeah.
They still have those same jokes, but they're not as over the top as they were in Season 1.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's more digestible as opposed to like what you would have saw in the first season of JJK.
Yeah.
So like, if you go from Attack on Titan, oh, this is really good, to something like Pokemon, how they used to like fall on their head and stuff like that. So it's like what you would get from Attack on Titan, you may not like. That's not all anime.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay, because I was gonna say, the answer can change depending on who you're talking to, but yeah, because you're right. Gloria saw Death Note, loved it. Mm-hmm. Hasn't watched anime since.
Yeah.
Everything else looks dumb, right?
Yeah.
I'm always banging on about Steins Gate, but the one thing I always just tell people is it is not the anime you should ever watch first. There's so many quirky anime tropes in that. Like, there's so many like meta things that happen in there,
right?
That I don't think a person can watch it and make sense of it. They've never seen anime before. That's actually a good point. Damn, we get my whole argument. Now I'm thinking like I'm rethinking my entire. So wait, what was your first starter anime like for yourself? What did you watch?
I think we all watched like DBZ and Pokemon, but we didn't really think of that as anime.
See, I don't count that.
That's why I always say Naruto.
I would probably.
That's why I always say Naruto was like the first anime.
Yeah, okay, I would probably go with Naruto also because that was my I would probably go with that as my first one, but then I think Attack on Titan. Yeah, if you would have to almost
even Attack on Titan is kind of pushing it because it's like giant humans eating people. Like your mind has to be willing to like watch something absurd.
Yeah.
To be able to like watch that. So, but like even then, I still think like So Full Metal Alchemist, I would say that would be the perfect one to watch.
Well, how about something like Your Name? You're like, no, that wouldn't be.
I would recommend Your Name for a movie. I would recommend Your Name. But I would say, like, there are some, like, I think the time switch, like the body switch time travel thing, I think that can get a little goofy for some people.
Yeah.
But I still think I would still recommend that one.
So, okay, Metal Alchemist. I feel like Naruto, FMA is a good one. I used to tell people watch Attack on Titan. For anything, it's the action. Like,
I would be the same. I would say Attack on Titan. Because I've been thinking about Attack on Titan. Just watch that.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to watch more anime, I feel I have to warn somebody. It's like it's not gonna be like this. Though I don't know how anime is going now.
Yeah.
Like if it's gonna be the same, goofy, quirky thing.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think things are becoming more like toned down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's hard to go from Attack on Titan to something else because it's gonna look kind of different and maybe feel a little bit different. I don't know.
Yeah, no, because a lot of the anime shows that I watch there is a je ne sais quoi, if you will, of that happens in all the shows. That shows like Attack on Titan just are very are in its own category.
Exactly.
If you watch that, if you watch Death Note, you'll be looking for that again. And for like 2 years, like I remember watching Death Note and going, I can't watch anime right now. I remember not watching anime for like 6 months. Like I have Standing with Steins Gate, even though it's more anime like. I remember watching and just going, I will not find this again, for a long time.
Right.
See, I have like rules, right? I feel like it has to be fairly recent. It has to be an immediate start, though.
Yeah,
like
it can't be slow.
It can't be slow. And it has to be a shonen. If you're talking to someone who is like a person who's kind of into Marvel and action movies,
right?
I feel like the thing with like Attack on Titan, Death Note, there is this genre of anime that are for more, I would call it sophisticated, like film students. So I think there is a genre of anime like Attack on Titan where maybe it's not like the general shonens, but there are enough anime nowadays where I can point, okay, if you don't want to watch the goofy stuff, watch this, and this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's an interesting take. Like,
because I don't know if that's too for me. If it's too broad or not. Because I can point someone to not like those goofy kind of anime. I can stick to like, hey, well, here's something more like serious or more mature or something like that. But in a way, it's like you have this one anime that kind of encompasses all those things, like those series, like something that starts off fast, like they can't revive their mom and they lose their bodies and now they're trying to get it back, like immediately. Attack on Titan, Aaron's mom dies. Yeah. All right, cool. Like it's a good jumping off point to make you invested early on.
Actually, Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series, I think, is the second show I got into after Naruto.
Oh yeah, that came out 03.
Yeah, I think I saw that next. Which I still maintain the first 15 episodes to me, the first 20 episodes of the original Fullmetal Alchemist are better paced.
Yeah,
and better action. And that got me stuck in the show. Whereas in Brotherhood, they condensed it into 10, and I couldn't unsee it because it was kind of recent. But both series I think are really good.
Yeah, I think with that I think they just assumed y'all watched the first one, and they just kind of that's what I've been thinking about the early Fullmetal. Because I was like, what the heck? And then once they got to the places in the manga that they didn't do in the original, that's when they kind of like, all right,
they slowed it down.
They slowed it down.
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist I think though is a good starter anime. Have you gotten anyone to anime?
Have I gotten anyone to anime?
Successfully?
Not really. I tried to get my girlfriend onto it.
Girlfriend.
Because Attack on Titan, I swear to you, I was watching the first episode. She's not really. She's just watching it. She's not really looking at me. And it was like when Aaron's mom gets like, and the episode ends. She turns to me. That was violent. I was like, you don't want to watch the next one? I promise no one else dies.
I tried selling like it's the Game of Thrones of anime. That was getting nothing.
Yeah,
I made an episode like 7, and then
which one?
Attack on Titan for
Gloria.
I heard episode 7. It's just another thing I and maybe this is a future episode, but like I don't like the dubs in Attack on Titan that much, and I don't like them that much. I think good dubs matter a lot when you're showing someone like an anime, and I feel like it doesn't always capture the anime-ness. There's just certain things, like when I watch Family Guy, right, or something like that, I can tell it's being written for like an English-speaking audience.
Right.
When I'm watching anime with dubs on, a lot of it just does not sound right to me in English. Like a lot of the...
Is it that... Are you watching the Japanese version first and then watching the dubs, or are you watching the dubs first?
I watch...
Because now I've been watching more of the dubs first, so I have nothing to compare it to. So it's like, oh, I think Bryce Papenbrook, who plays Aaron, I think he's doing a really great job. I'm not comparing it to anything. I'm like, okay, this is what it is.
Here goes a hot take. I think what it is that I don't like watching shonen with the dubs on.
I'll say this.
You're just like,
I'll give you this. Sometimes it doesn't work with the humor.
That's what I.
That's where it doesn't work as well because it's so like some about visually. It doesn't match sometimes with
exactly
with an English.
Exactly. I do not think the dubs work.
That's where I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Everything else, I'm pretty much fine with.
Yeah, I mean, even like some of the big monologues in season 1 of Attack on Titan, watching it in English, were a bit more cringe to me.
You know, somebody at my job like years ago, when I was actually first starting to watch My Hero.
Yeah.
Because I was posting about it on Instagram, and this guy at my job who follows me, he was like, "Oh, you watching My Hero?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Do you watch like the sub or the dubs?" And I was like, "Oh, I've been watching the dubs." And he said, "Oh, you gotta watch the subs because All Might."
Yeah, you have to watch that in the subs.
Oh, well, I wasn't.
Wes.
Because he says with All Might in the Japanese version, it's more deep.
Yeah.
Though I like the voice actor who plays him. I forgot who does he play? He plays somebody else from another anime. I can't remember. I thought he did a really good job as All Might, but I was like, I didn't listen to the sub, so I'm like, oh, this is just All Might.
It's not even that it does a better or job or good or not. Is that the character of All Might
fits better it's a better fit than the American version.
But no, the thing with All Might, and he's saying American words, which makes it funny. Like it to me, like I don't. It probably. I mean, I'm sure it sounds funny in the dubs, but like I remember him doing like his smashes and just saying random states. I just thought that was the funniest thing. That, like I don't know. And maybe it's just because I've mostly watched the subs. I like them better though. For a lot of high budget things, I will watch it in English. Like, I think Your Name, I watched it in English. I think the acting was spot on.
Like Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli. Yeah, you probably watch that, and that's going to be most likely really, really good.
Like Naruto, no, I just watched it in the subs.
Oh, I'm all dubs.
Oh my god,
I love the dubs.
I can't watch. Yeah, I don't think I can watch.
I still think
Steins Gate. I watched it in English. I think it's a fantastic
because I think the whole thing with dubs versus subs, that's been like carried out from like when the dubs were really bad early on, like in the 90s. And
it depends. It just depends. Yeah,
it's gotten a lot more sophisticated and a lot better, and they kind of like locked it down a lot better now. But I'm like, the dubs are. I'm like, guys, the dubs are really good.
The Steins Gate dub is fantastic. Your Name's dub was fantastic. I was indifferent to the Attack on Titan one. Because like I just felt like Levi sounded so much cooler in the subs.
Attack on Titan cast, I appreciate you. If you're watching.
No, I think they did a good job. I'm mostly I'll default to subs, but sometimes it's when
because it's a Japanese show, so it kind of course when you have the Japanese actors, it just kind of fits a lot better than when you try to put the American or English voices on it.
Even Aaron's roar in Attack on Titan is different. Like when he's doing it's different.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
And that is when I said nope. I went back. I'm gonna double check and take this part out if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. When I watched it in the first season, we were watching it in dubs. When I was watching it with Gloria, when Aaron came out as a Titan, like he was. I remember going, wait, why does his voice sound weird? Like his Titan voice, his roar was different because they have it. I think they make his roar to match the actor's voice. I think, and I was
like did like some like modulating or something. Like that?
But they do it to the actor's voice.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope. Nope, not my roar, not my Aaron. But yeah, no, all right. So we went off on a tangent, but okay. So starter anime, you're going with.
I'm going Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think that's the way.
That's probably the answer. I'm gonna go on.
Because I think, honestly, I think Brotherhood is probably one of the more balanced anime I've seen.
Yeah,
where it's like I think all the characters are good. I think it's. After the first 10 episodes, the pacing is good. The acting is I really love the acting, the voice acting.
I just feel like Attack on Titan though, man, has just gotten a lot of people in the anime.
I mean, if it is, that's good. I think that's good if it is. I just think that Full Metal Alchemist has the expectations of what anime is.
Yeah,
I think that would be the way to go, unless anime's changing to not be so anime as we're used to, but. Plus, I still think Brotherhood's really good. I haven't watched it in a while. I think it's great.
I need to watch it again. What's not a good starter anime? One Piece.
No.
Lord have mercy. I'm still going.
If you got time, then watch One Piece. You know what? I think for some folks, I would definitely say if I would think about a movie and think about Studio Ghibli. And the Miyazaki films. I think that's
Studio Ghibli is a good starter anime studio.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like because they're well received, like a legendary films like Princess Mononoke and all those and those like The Boy and the Heron just came out and stuff.
We gotta watch that.
If you just want to like recommend a movie to somebody that's an anime, then I would say, hey, like a Miyazaki film or something like that. But to get into anime, it can't be a Miyazaki film. I don't think it could be.
Because even when I watch them, it's still different. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, we'll end on that note.